There have been a lot of news headlines lately about the topic of a market crash. I have several past videos on this, especially during COVID. But today, we're going to take a bit of a different angle. I'm Keith with the Walker team of Ontario Real Estate. Don't forget to subscribe for weekly updates and market insights. Let's start by going back to the beginning of the modern day housing boom, which began after World War II. Think of all the GIs coming back from the war and the GI Bill that let them go out and buy homes. The American dream was born, and today 2 out of 3 people own their own home. This was the catalyst for the housing boom. When you look back, you can only see one real area where homes lost significant value during 2006 to 2008. Remember, that was caused for 2 reasons: loose lending standards, and homeowners used the equity in their homes like ATM machines. When they owed more on the homes than what they were worth, people were underwater and they had to walk away from their homes. During that time, over 9 million homes went into some type of distressed sale. So, will homes lose value this year? The short answer is no. At least, that's what all the experts are saying. The average of these market expert predictions is about 9% forecasted appreciation this year. The interesting thing is that here in our area, we've already appreciated more than 9% year over year. But what about those affected by COVID? What about foreclosures? The number of forbearances continues to edge downward. We're just under 700,000 mortgages in forbearance right now compared to 4.76 million in May of 2020. Here we can see the story of the loans exiting forbearance programs. As of March 31st, 37% were paid in full. Almost 45% are on repayment plans, and under 19% are still in trouble. If these folks are in a challenging situation where they need to sell, chances are they have equity in their home and can sell it, not foreclose. Like we said before, lending standards are nothing like they were in the early 2000s. This graphic shows product risk has been virtually eliminated, and borrower risk is significantly curtailed. As a result, foreclosure activity is at an all-time low because it's harder to qualify for a home loan. We can see here, lending standards are tighter now where it's much harder to qualify for a loan with a lower credit score. Another factor is the percentage of ARMs, adjustable rate mortgages. They're also at an all-time low. Remember that back in the housing crisis where there were a lot of adjustable rate mortgages. Today, we're seeing only about 1.7% of loans with this plan. Now, more adjustable rate mortgages will come into play as we see interest rates rise, but that's not a bad thing. There aren't really any bad financial products, just misused financial products. The next question that arises is that as inflation rises, people aren't going to be able to afford their homes. Well, here's a study from the Feds that looks at the household mortgage debt ratio for mortgages as a percentage of disposable personal income. Today we sit at 3.8%. In 2007, that was 7.2%. The percentage of debt as compared to personal income is lower than it's been since the 80s. What about those cash out refinances? As we remember from 2008, people borrowed money on their homes, and when home prices fell, they walked, ultimately causing the infamous housing crash. This is a look at the difference in annual mortgage payments for those cash out refinances. That's the original payment minus the new payment. For the last couple of years, the difference in payment is marginal. This report from Freddie Mac shows that people aren't using their homes like ATM machines like they used to. And equity harvesting, which is repositioning their home equity into another market like stocks or else, is far less common. Lastly, let's consider one more important thing in our local market, and that is false appreciation. When we start to see price reductions, we need to remember that we're just coming out of a market with a mass amount of overbidding. Homes sold for crazy prices, and now those neighbors hoping to get those same prices when they decide to sell are putting their home on the market. They incorrectly price their home at that same high price, and when it doesn't sell, we see significant price reductions. This is often mistaken for the market crashing when it actually means the homes are selling closer to their values that are true again. See my false appreciation video for a full explanation of this topic. So to conclude, the facts do not support a housing crash coming. A recession? Possibly, but we know what happened in the last 3 of the 5 recessions, right? Home prices actually increased. It's still a phenomenal time to become a homeowner. Again, I'm Keith Walker with the Walker team of Intero. Reach out to me today to make your real estate goal a reality. Thank you.